The New England Patriots got their first win of the season in Week 2 against the Miami Dolphins, and they were able to do so without one of their key defenders. Christian Gonzalez has yet to play a snap this season, and it's because of a hamstring injury that he's been dealing with dating back to training camp. As the Patriots now look ahead to Week 3 against the Pittsburgh Steelers, there's a chance that the cornerback could be back this week, according to Zach Cox of NESN. Mike Vrabel said there's a chance Christian Gonzalez could return this week. Cox wrote on X, formerly Twitter. Gonzalez would definitely add a much-needed boost to the Patriots secondary, as he's regarded as the best cornerback on the team. The defense has been a key focus for the Patriots since Mike Vrabel took over, and they can take things to the next level with Gonzalez on the field. For the time being, Alex Austin has been filling in for him, and he had his ups and downs against the receiving core of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in Week 2. Nonetheless, the Patriots were able to get in the win column, and they'll be looking to add another one to their record when they face the Steelers, who lost against the Seattle Seahawks. After a strong showing in Week 1 against the New York Jets, the Steelers' offense came back down to earth in Week 2. If Gonzalez is able to play in Week 3, there's a good chance that he'll be matched up against DK Metcalf, the top receiver for the Steelers. There could also be a scenario where the Patriots put Gonzalez on a snap count so they don't make him go full throttle in his return. That may be the best option, but the first step is getting him on the field. It might be too soon for the Pittsburgh Steelers to hit the panic button on rookie running back Caleb Johnson, but it's close. Mike Tomlin shoved the rookie back into the kick return role, and things have gone from bad to worse. He fumbled the ball last week, which was luckily recovered. In Week 2 of the season, he made a boneheaded decision and allowed the Seahawks to score. Johnson received some snaps on offense, but he hasn't gotten many chances. When he does get the ball in his hands, he is met with a wall of defenders bearing down on him. Time could heal all wounds in this scenario, but for Johnson, you couldn't have drawn up a worse start to his NFL career. It could force the team into trade conversations to upgrade the position if this continues. They have Jaylen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell in front of the rookie tailback on the depth chart. No one would be losing their roster spot if a trade happened, but it would shrink the rookie's chances of rebounding. Maybe Pittsburgh will show patience for now, but if they decide to search the trade market, they could find a legit partner for Warren to pair with this season. Pittsburgh Steelers RB Caleb Johnson might force trade conversations to heat up. After a brutal first game of the season, the run game showed some signs of progress against Seattle. It wasn't perfect, but Warren showed he can make some plays on the ground. The offensive line showed some promise, but Johnson failed to accomplish much with his one carry. His role isn't expanding on offense, and his shortcomings on special teams won't help his cause. There is no reason to trade the rookie running back, as the Steelers hope he can turn his career around. It has been a brutal start to the season, but he could always turn a corner if he gets a shot on offense. Tomlin sending him back onto the field as a kick returner would be coaching malpractice. The rookie clearly isn't designed to fit that role, and Tomlin needs to accept that. Expectations were high for the Steelers' third-round pick this past spring heading into training camp. Although he showed flashes of potential, he struggled to carry that over into the preseason. He has shown signs of growing pains to fill out the rest of his game. He must become a better pass protector and someone who can catch the ball out of the backfield, similar to Warren. Johnson isn't a throwaway at this point. Pittsburgh invested a high pick in him. If he continues to struggle or gets worse, the Steelers would be wise to consider trading for a player who would excel in a duo with Warren. Gainwell isn't the answer, and the coaching staff's experiment with him has failed. Johnson must get more snaps on offense, or a trade acquisition should happen. Seeing the ESPN headline of Teryl Austin fired might feel good to a growing section of Pittsburgh Steelers fans. One beat writer says it won't change a thing. Asked if Austin could go way of former offensive coordinator Matt Canada for a mid-season firing, 93.7 The Fan's Jeff Hathhorn says it's possible, but ultimately inconsequential. It's not like Mike has absolved himself from the defense, right? Hathhorn said The Fan Tuesday morning. So what you're seeing is a lot of what Mike wants to see. Mike's active in the defense, and if he wants to make changes, he can make changes. So you can make a cosmetic move almost in getting rid of the defensive coordinator, but you're not going to bring somebody else in. You're just going to bring somebody who's already there. You'll elevate them into a spot, and Mike will continue to have control of the defense. It's no secret the influence Mike Tomlin has on the Steelers' defense. With a deep defensive background and being a former defensive coordinator himself, it's widely understood Tomlin sets the tone for the defense. Others like Austin are involved and help game plan, but the defense won't look dramatically different no matter who carries Austin's title of defensive coordinator. As Hathorn notes, firing Austin will only lead to an internal replacement. It's unclear who would assume that role. Defensive line coach Carl Dunbar once spoke of aspirations to become a coordinator, but it's yet to happen in his long coaching career. Perhaps defensive backs coach Gerald Alexander, returning to Pittsburgh after a year in Las Vegas, would take over. But it would hardly bring sweeping changes to Pittsburgh's unit. Through 2 games, the Steelers' defense looks anything but stout. The team ranks 29th in scoring and bottom 10 in virtually every run defense category. It's a front reminiscent of 2021, a year when at least a laundry list of injuries can be cited as a reason for their struggles. Pittsburgh is dealing with injuries now, but not as many and not as long-term. Overall, the Steelers aren't adjusting well schematically and aren't playing up to snuff individually, a concern of a new-look defense with so many moving pieces. Pittsburgh has hardly faced the NFL's top offenses on its schedule, either. It's doubtful Austin gets canned midseason. Canada was an exception made at the extreme. The calls for his firing were as loud as any coordinator has ever experienced, and the locker room might have mutinied had he stayed. Austin's not at that point, not yet anyway. But if the Steelers' defense doesn't shape up, Austin may not return in 2026. So long as Tomlin does, the new hire won't be as meaningful.